Really, historian Daniel has an ankle sprain, and we'll just see how he does by tomorrow. All in all, I thought it was a good game. That's a good football team, and that Bruce has got, and they ton of talent, and they've got Tom Brady. So I mean, that says it all when you look at that. But I was proud of our guys for stepping up, in particular after an emotional game like the Raider game. You got to be able to do these things, and I thought that was a step forward by our guys. I mean, I can go through and critique it, but there's some things we can get better at. But it was a heck of a performance, I thought, by our guys. Anyways, well, that time's yours.
Let's go first to Sam Mellinger. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Andy, I wanted to ask you about a couple situational decisions that you had. The 4th and goal early in the game in the first quarter, and then throwing it late when you could have just burned clock. I mean, at least superficially, right? Like one of those is aggressive, one is conservative. I'm just wondering if you could let us in on your thinking a little bit. How much of that is, Mike Frazier and those numbers, and how much is just gut and what you're seeing from the game?
Yeah, so that one I just felt like I wanted points coming out of that, and I know they're tough in the red zone, and I just points were important there, especially early, and then the last one was I've learned a long time ago you don't give Tom Brady another shot, so that's why he's the GOAT, right? So don't give him the ball back, and that was the mindset there, and so we got Pat on the move, and we sealed the edge, did a nice job there, and then man coverage with Tyreek and Sam, and they beat it up there, so they did a nice job.
Let's go next to Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Nate.
Andy, I'm just wondering, from the end of last year, right, when you do the player exit interviews, what was that conversation like with Tyreek on where you thought he could get better, and how much of that was on display today given his historic performance?
Well, yeah, you just said it. So, I mean, it's hard to criticize history when it's positive. And he sure did a nice job today, and, to where they doubled him. They doubled both he and Kels at times, both of them being doubled in the same play. So, listen, it's a tribute to him and the hard work that he's put in, and just becoming a better overall receiver. So he was already good, and then he's taken it to that next level. And he's still got a season left here that he's got to keep rolling and getting more opportunities to even be better than he was tonight. But he sure did a nice job, and it was good to get Sammy back through this game. I thought that was important for us as we rolled and keep all those guys healthy.
Let's go next to Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam. Oh, sorry, I think Adam put his hand down here. Let's go to Dave Scrutta.
Andy, you talked about obviously some of the things that they need to get better at, and one of them, I'm sure, is penalties. It's 10 in 2 straight weeks. I know you can say we have to get better, but how do you do that? How do you get better in that area?
Well, it was later in the game. So is it because you're trying to make a play, you're grabbing a little cloth on the offensive line? I mean, those were big plays that we took back off and went backwards on. So do we need to move our feet more? Do we, whatever it might be, we'll go through and analyze those and make sure that the guys learn from them and get better. I don't think it's an effort problem at all. I mean, it's probably too much of an effort. And so you can, when you need to back guys down on that, then that's a good thing. And then I think, with 55 hitting the quarterback there, I'm glad he was getting there. And I question. Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how the first one sure didn't look like it wasn't but a scrape. And so, I'm just glad he's working like crazy to get home and get to the quarterback, and we'll clean up the other part.
It's a good football team.
Listen, John and Mike.
Hey, Andy, regarding Tyreek's big day, was it just a case of you guys finding a matchup you really liked there, that one-on-one matchup, or was there more that went into that tonight?
Well, I mean, we feel like he's a pretty good matchup anywhere. I mean, with anybody. So he's strong and quick and fast, and he can catch. So the quarterback trusts him. Now, I'm not going to tell you, they were banged up a little bit at the corner position, so I'm not sure that helped Bruce at all. But I mean, listen, I would put him against anybody. He's been doing this all year.
Let's go next to Pete Sweeney. Go, Pete.
Head coach Andy Reid, the victory over the Buccaneers, 27-24. Chiefs now 10-1 on the season. One of the big reasons, an unforgettable performance by our next guest. Unleash the cheetah and let him run. Oh, my goodness. 203 first quarter yards. Tyreek Hill joins us now. 13 catches on 15 targets, 269 and 3 touchdowns. What a day, my friend. Take a bow. Unforgettable performance. What was working today?
I just want to thank God, my family, the Chiefs, just for this opportunity.
And as far as my family, just the support, I get from my mom, my kids, and just everyone in my hometown, so just to be able to just be a part of this win, just to be a part of, everyone's success is just amazing. So I'm excited.
So, Tyreek, I'm curious. You had this huge, awesome day. We know that. But at the very end, Coach Reid still dialed your number there for the first down that won the game. What's it mean to you that Coach Reid has the trust in you guys? He's not just going to run the ball there at the end and give the ball back to Tom Brady. He's going to try to get that first down, and you're the guy he's counting on to get it.
Yeah, you know what? That means a lot. That finally means that I'm a true number one, and that makes me feel good. When he comes to me in such a pivotal moment like that, it makes me feel awesome. So, I just hope, my number continues to get called. If it doesn't, I'll still be happy, as long as we win. So, I'm just a part of, I'm good to be a part of this journey.
Ty, not only did we win the game, we also got the gymnastics championship with your backflip, which was pretty cool at the 1 yard line. You're talking about fish getting touchdowns. I get to call a backflip on a touchdown. You'll like it when you hear it. But I want to talk about how just what you've learned about playing the game, because I said this game started as a fantasy game, you just rolling up Madden numbers, but it became a reality game. Situational football and you making that catch. Matt just asked you about it, but what about learning how to play this game where it's not always about stats, it's about making winning plays? What about what you've learned in that realm?
Well, to me, the game has slowed down so much, over the years. When I first came in, guys were moving at a different speed. Even though I was the fastest guy on the field, I was still playing a little shy, a little not as confident, So, as the years went on, confidence gained, and I just started believing in myself. My teammates believed in me, and then once Pat got here, he was telling me, hey, man, you really can be a beast, so that even gave me, everything that I needed to hear, to get me where I am today. So, like I said, I'm just thankful, just to be on this team, just to be a part of this journey, so it's amazing, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for this team.
So, Tyreek, you scored in 10 of 11 games this season, only player in the NFL to do that, and the first player since Todd Gurley back in 2018. I think you're one of 5 players since 2000 to do that. So it's really rare what you're doing finding the end zone. How much fun has it been for you finding the end zone this much this season?
You know what? I have to find the end zone a little bit more, because every time I go home, my son is like, Daddy, I need you to score more, So I believe I'm doing it. The pressure's day, because our wide-eye coach was like, hey, Reid, this is the matchup right here. This is the matchup. They're gonna match him on you the whole game. So I need you to know everything about this dude, So, from me watching games, of him throughout the season, he's been amazing. I'm not going to take anything away from him. I just feel like today, I just had the upper hand, and I was able to make a few plays on him. So he's still a great player. He's still a Pro Bowl player, and I believe in my heart after this game he's going to come back and he's going to, ball out like he's been doing. So.
Well, Ty, we'll let you go. Congratulations on this win.
Thank you,
At the end of this day, you're probably going to be leading the NFL in receiving, and Kels might be right behind you. This will be interesting. Absolutely. Just get your phone out, man. But enjoy the victory, because go get them, and thanks for being with us.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Mitch, Matt, double M&Ms. Thanks, guys.
See you, Cheetah. Man,